The future of the Minnesota Vikings and Kirky, JEROME, Ezekiel Cousins was very much up in the air this offseason. Kirk is going to turn 35 in August and is coming off the best season of his career, but it's pretty clear that GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and head coach Kevin O'Connell, they had intentions of potentially replacing him if the time was right. And they made it clear by their comments this offseason of, hey, we're talking about, hey, Kirk is going to be great for us in 2023. No talk about 2024. And it was Kwesi, it was Mark Wilf, it was ownership, and it was head coach Kevin O'Connell. So they just want to keep their options open. And it did seem like this was going to be the last dance with Kirk Cousins, where the Vikings, one of the biggest NFL draft steam was that the Vikings were interested in a quarterback, potentially moving up for one. And this offseason, they revised Kirk Cousins' contract to provide some cap relief and $28.5 million dead in a void year hit for next year, which is certainly palatable if you have a rookie starting quarterback on his rookie deal. So that was the plan. That was a succession plan. And all the talk, well, like last offseason, what if they did a one-year extension, one-year Band-Aid deal? But in February, they said, probably not going to happen. Or also came out in March that Kirk had offered a discount, a discount for a longer-term extension with some guaranteed money. And the Vikings balked at that. They wanted to keep the options open. And then the craziness took over. It's like, hey, Lamar Jackson is on the market. We could trade a couple ones and go get him and replace Kirk. He looks pretty good in purple number 8. Or Trey Lance. No pants for Trey Lance. A pride of Marshall, Minnesota. He's available in trade with the Niners. And also, when the Vikings made that day 2 trade with the Niners, I thought that was going to be it. I thought that was going to be it. Then, of course, the draft, with Young and Stroud and Richardson. And also, noticeably, the Vikings had the opportunity to stick and pick and take Will Levis at 23. They declined. They declined and went with Jordan Addison in that regard. And, yes, they did draft a quarterback in BYU's Jaron Hall in the 5th round. And I like the upside of Jaron Hall, but you're not going to say that, boom, 2024 replacement. So, Kirk, he's still standing. He's still standing. The Tim Pot Pizza Ranch dictator is still in power. And like I said, Kirk had the best season of his career last year. 13 wins, won the division, 8 fourth-quarter game-winning drives, and in overtime, too. Did some damn work. And him and Kevin O'Connell in this offense, the offensive line gets better. The running game is back. Play action is more viable. Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson may be already the best wide receiver tandem in the NFL. And Kirk, he's ready to go, man. He's absolutely ready to go. So I do think that they are going to revisit this contract because, I mean, I understand, like, going after a quarterback in 2024 makes sense, but here's how that timeline would play out. So Kirk would leave in free agency, sign somewhere else. The Vikings bring in, I don't know, like a mid-veteran quarterback as a bridge, and then everyone and their mom knows that you're moving for a quarterback. And if the Vikings have a good season in 2023, which is exactly what's going to happen, they're going to be drafting late in the draft. And yes, Caleb Williams, yes, Drake May, yes, Quinn Ewers, yes, Van Dyke. But hey, there's a lot of teams that are going to be very needy at quarterback, and maybe you're not able to move up. So I actually think at this point, a one-year extension, maybe revisiting that, even though they said it was not an option at the time. I think the options have changed because they didn't trade for Lamar Jackson. They didn't trade for Trey Lance. They did not draft a quarterback of the future high. So I think that all options should and could be on the table yet again. And Kirk actually does have some leverage in this spot now because, I mean, what are the other options for the Vikings at this point? And I do think that Kirk, I mean, he hasn't shown any signs of aging as of yet. Knocking on all the wood, he's been durable throughout his career. His deep ball still has zip on it. Mental processing is still there, but he is going to be 35, and I'm worried that at some point it's just going to fall off a cliff, and he's going to look like dead-ass Matt Ryan out there, but we'll see, man. We'll see. But again, I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Vikings do reopen contract negotiations with Kirk. Maybe it's another 1 year, maybe 2 year Band-Aid compromise where there's only guaranteed money in the first year, but we'll see what happens, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings, will they extend Kirk Cousins after not selecting a quarterback high in the 2023 draft? Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.